A gender equal society would be one where the word gender does not exist, where everyone can be themselves. Lined by Gloria Steinem. Hello to you all. I, Dr. Sayyada Aiman Hashmi, PGT of English, teacher, trainer, and student counselor from Kendriya Vidyalaya, New Delhi, India, will throw light on how schools are working in the field of gender neutrality and equality, along with some of my experiences. First of all, I would like to thank Indo-Pacific Navigators for allowing me to share the efforts of Indian schools to promote gender equality and gender neutrality in society. As you all know, India is a patriarchal society, and patriarchal norms have marked women inferior to men. The nexus of the problem lies in the gender lines sketched by society without understanding the harm it causes. The only way to treat the community in the right direction is to remodel male chauvinism into male companionship. Though it is challenging, I think that it is possible. An early start in educating Indian children in the direction of gender neutrality and impartiality could be meaningful. As a teacher, I have focused on gender neutrality and gender equality the most to help my students overcome the expectations placed on them directly or indirectly from the patriarchy. Particularly for my female students, I have counseled them to overcome inferiority complexes and emphasized their strongest abilities. I have always asked them to focus on their strongest abilities. One of the challenges faced by girls and women of the deprived section in India is the choice of career, whether to be a homemaker or have a job. Unfortunately, they are clueless when it comes to career selection. Being trained in guidance and counseling, I help them select for their careers according to their circumstances, interest, and aptitude. Once they pick out a field of interest, I help them craft resumes and focus on preparing for interviews to make sure they can succeed. Being counselor, I also administer various career-oriented activities and psychometric tests like RISEC for career counseling to guide the girls and boys about the available opportunities according to their interest and aptitude. This helps in disentangling the gender prejudices, preconceptions, stereotype roles in the minds of the students. I also address issues like violence and sexual abuse against students during guidance and counseling sessions. I have counseled girls with relationship issues and sufferers of abuse from close relatives, girls suffering from mental health issues including self-guilt, depression, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, trust issues, and many more over the years. By working with these girls, I motivated them and provided them the skills to deal with the psychological problems. The girls were able to shed their fear, gained confidence, and started building on their self-esteem. They also devised methods to save themselves from sexual advances from close relatives and others. Since 2013, I have arranged evening classes for young girls and their mothers in my neighborhood to guide them on achieving their goals by making the best use of their time and talent, and inform them about their legal and religious rights. Moreover, parenting tips are also shared with these mothers, primarily how to raise boys and girls to promote gender neutrality and equality in the fast changing world. They are convinced that it is important to train their boys into the direction of self-dependence, and respecting everyone's personal space and identity. Hence, families and society together can make a change in the field of female empowerment, gender equality, gender neutrality, and erasing gender stereotypes. In my school, Rotary International sponsored the manual sanitary napkin vending machine. Thanks to this project, girls on their periods are not embarrassed now. Instead, they are confident while using the machine. This openness has encouraged sessions on personal hygiene during menstruation for the girls students. With the help of school nurse, the class teachers take up age-appropriate activities like healthy growing up, RTIs, NSTIs, HIV facts about transmission, and many more in all grades to mobilize students and faculty members at the school under the Adolescent Education Program. I think I stand as a role model who works to maintain a balance between tradition and modernity. In order to overcome gender stereotypes and promoting gender equality, girls' self-esteem and leadership. For over a decade, I have represented my organization, India and Southeast Asia, at various national and international events. Recently, I was part of the Fulbright program and was one of the 167 educators who were selected out of over 3,000 educators around the world. I also stand for to the common opinion that a woman's success depends on her beauty or dressing style. Hence, social and cultural constraints are confuted with my attire and attitude. Through my experience, I have become more liberal and all-embracing. I have built trust in myself that when going gets tough, the tough gets going. The experiences and the stories of girls and women have given me the insight and expertise to handle situation better. Moreover, it has spurred me to discover more in the field of women empowerment. Over the years, I could see this change in my family too. I was the first in my family who started riding a motorcycle against the will of my extended family. I convinced my family to find a boy who would marry me without a dowry. As per my wish, my marriage was conducted without a single penny or item in dowry. Further, I persuaded my parents and brothers not to take a dowry either. And luckily, all of them are married without a single gift or penny from the girl's side. And in one case, even marriage food was served from my brother, who was the groom. Men must be parallel participants in achieving gender equality. One example of this is when I arranged self-defense classes for the girls of the deprived sections in various NGOs with the help of my 8-year-old son, who is Dan 2 certified from World Taekwondo headquarters, and his coach. My 8-year-old son is comfortable playing with dolls, toy tea set, or using a pink toothbrush with mermaid cartoon on it. When under the influence of his classmates and friends, he says, "Ye ladkiyon wala hai. This appears to be girlish." I correct him with practical examples. These little steps help to promote gender neutrality and bring continuous transformation to society. Everyone needs to understand that gender neutrality is not just for women, but it is for good of everyone, for all the people. Thank you.